foundations for the Bretton Woods institutions and the United Nations. And they built a system which functioned for over 50 to 60 years. I think that it's time to renew that vision. A very different world than one that they did, of independent nation states who simply came together but could ignore essentially what was going on inside those countries. That day is over, thanks to Alan Locke. I think we've got to take it one step further. And we've got to say that, in fact, countries have responsibilities to their neighbors. And their neighbors are in every nook and cranny of the world. And I believe that that is going to become the debate of our generation. And it's one that I'm very happy to share with you. Thank you very much.
If there's one thing we've learned from history, it's that no one can resist the pursuit to conquer the world. And as we know, history repeats itself. So how unrealistic is it to think that nothing has changed in the last few decades? And isn't it funny how all of these rulers were able to convince their people that they were the good guys? What's the most effective way of establishing a one-world government? Order out of chaos. Create a crisis, and then the solution that favors you. Take our deliberate economic crash, for instance. It's the worst in our world's history, but when you see how the monetary system really works, it's clear as day why the world banks just happen to be the ones to pick up the pieces. They're people we never voted for, but do attend secret meetings with our world leaders, bankers, media members, and corporate billionaires. As dire as all of this looks, remember everyone, the government is servants of the people, not the other way around. They work for us. So do the patriotic thing and don't vote this coming election. As we've seen, it doesn't matter which way you go. Strategic voting or lesser of two evils, read the same thing on the ballot. Don't do it. So what do we do instead? Just pick up the phone. Imagine every day the government receiving phone calls and emails from the same number of people who voted last election, but this time demanding changes to be done concerning the topics of this film. The government staff would be overloaded and will be forced to deal with the real issues. This would be true democracy, not this. So call now. This is the most effective approach I see, because protests are basically just a group of people who don't know what to do. And all it takes is for one idiot to turn violent, and before you know it, things get out of control, people get hurt, and nothing gets done. So don't do it. If we can peacefully fix these issues from the comfort of our own homes, why not? And if you're the leader of another political party, quit waiting to be elected and join the real solution. You should know by now that the first step in becoming Prime Minister is make friends with Paul Desmarais. Here's yet another quick word fact. The word parliament, when broken up into its two French words, literally means speak and lie. Well, of course. So please, if you're watching this, get up and do something. It would only take a few minutes out of your daily lives to really help out your country. If you would like to support the people who brought you this film, there are numbers of ways to do so. Raise awareness. Spread this movie around. Burn copies of it, email the video, whatever you have to do. In fact, the Toronto Film Festival is right around the corner. Maybe a viewing there would be helpful. Or if you're the CBC or some other news agency, could you consider donating some broadcasting assistance to the youth of Canada that brought this film together? We seem to be doing your job anyway, so a little bit of help would be very appreciative. Or if you're in the law enforcement departments, please just remember who you're supposed to protect, and your job's to keep peace and protect us from evil, not to make a business from the misery of others. Maybe try to create some kind of substitutions for certain fines, where people could repay the debt with community service instead of dollars. At least then they're directly repaying the community. We also believe that people everywhere should be free from food and energy crises. With all the technology and hardworking people we have at our disposal, there's no reason why we should all be so reliant on the businesses that control our most basic necessities. We would like to see homes and farms debt-free and self-sufficient so that families aren't at risk with or without the crises we may be facing. I realize most Canadians are strapped for cash with the current recession, but this is where you influential and wealthy Canadians can really make a difference. Besides, in a depression, there won't be anyone buying your CDs, Avril, or anyone going to your hockey games, Crosby. Well, Jim, if you don't want to help your own fans and country, have fun when hyperinflation hits and your piles of money that you love so much turn into piles of toilet paper.
We're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Don't tell me Canadians can't help each other out. If you would like to support our causes, here's the contact information to help out with donations or any other kind of assistance. The bottom line is, if we do nothing, we could be in very serious trouble. So just make a phone call or lend a hand, because the future of our country depends on it.
Oh, Canada,
a broad and sold out land.
to your
see thee fall
from true morality.
From far and wide, oh Canada.
We've lost our sovereignty.
We ain't free state, baby.
God keep our land.
Hopefully debt free.
Oh, Canada, we have no dignity.
Oh, Canada, what's left to stand?
From
We run around in circles. My spun head would get dizzy. In truth, now I am fine. I'm done sifting through your mind. I never find it. Time. Seems like every time we talk,